doing, Capricorn? Welcome to your January 2025 horoscope. January 2025 is a very important month, astrologically speaking. That's why I decided to divide the reading into two parts. This is the first half of the month, so sit back, relax, and enjoy this astrological forecast. The North Node shifts into Pisces in your third house, while the South Node lands in Virgo in your ninth house from January 11, 2025 until July 26, 2026. This is like a cosmic nudge encouraging you to focus on communication, local connections, and learning new skills. Think of it as upgrading your mental software. You're encouraged to get curious, network, and trust your intuition. Meanwhile, the South Node in Virgo asks you to release rigid beliefs or outdated philosophies that no longer serve you. If you've been stuck in analysis paralysis, it's time to balance logic with a little faith. The start of 2025 is like the ultimate new year, new you moment for Capricorn. The universe is pushing you to revamp how you think, earn, and play, all while keeping your eyes on the bigger picture. It's the perfect time to set intentions that feel aligned with both your ambitions and your heart. Big things are on the horizon, so trust the process and don't be afraid to embrace the unknown. We're gonna start breaking down the aspects of January 2025, but first, if you like a personal reading, go to davidosorio.co or visit the link in the description of this video. When Venus enters Pisces on January 2nd, it moves into your third house of communication, learning, and local connections. Capricorn, this transit brings some sweet, dreamy vibes to these areas of your life. Venus thrives in Pisces, the sign of compassion, creativity, and imagination. This is a soft, romantic, and intuitive energy, which helps you connect with others on a deeper, more empathetic level. In your third house, Venus adds charm to your words and helps you express yourself in a way that draws people in. It's the perfect time to smooth over misunderstandings, write, or even get creative with the storytelling. Whether it's chatting with friends, siblings, or coworkers, you're likely to notice that your words flow more easily and people respond positively to your ideas. If there is something you've been wanting to pitch, write, or share, Venus will make it land beautifully. Relationships with siblings, cousins, neighbors, or people in your immediate community could feel more harmonious. Maybe you reconnect with a sibling or find a sweet connection with someone in your everyday environment. If you're dating or in a relationship, Venus can make romantic exchanges like texts, calls, or casual hangouts extra meaningful. It's less about grand gestures and more about the tender moments, think heartfelt conversations, or a handwritten note. How to work with this energy? Use this time to write, design, or dive into artistic hobbies that involve communication. Your imagination is especially strong. Take time to nurture relationships with siblings, neighbors, or your community. You never know what kind of support or inspiration may come from these bonds. If you're single, this is a good time to go to events around town. It's very likely you'll meet someone special there. Overall, Venus in your third house gives your communication style a glow up, infusing your words with kindness, artistry, and connection. It's a lovely transit to build bridges, make connections, and find beauty in the little things around you. Enjoy the flow, Capricorn. Capricorn, when Mars retrograde enters Cancer on January 6th, it moves into your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, and one-on-one connections. This is an important period for the slowing down and reassessing how you approach your closest bonds, whether romantic, professional, or platonic. Here is what you can expect and how to navigate this energy. Mars retrograde is all about reflection and reevaluation. It's not the time to push forward aggressively, but rather to step back, analyze, and adjust. In Cancer, Mars operates from a more emotional, protective space, which might stir up old feelings or unresolved dynamics in your partnerships. The key here is patience and introspection. This transit will likely bring attention to imbalances or lingering conflicts in your relationships. If there is tension with a partner, spouse, business associate, or even a close friend, this is the time to explore where boundaries or communication may need improvement. Old arguments or patterns could resurface, giving you an opportunity to address them once and for all. If you are in a relationship, this retrograde might prompt you to ask big questions. Am I getting what I need? Am I given enough? If you're single, it could lead you to reflect on what you truly want in a partner. For business partnerships, consider whether the dynamic feels balanced or if adjustments need to be made to move forward effectively. Retrogrades often bring people from the past back into your life. An old flame, an estranged friend, or a former colleague may reappear, giving you a chance to gain closure or reconsider the connection. How to work with Mars retrograde in Cancer. Emotions can run high, so take a moment to ground yourself before jumping into a confrontation. Try to approach situations with care and empathy. Are you given too much or too little in your relationships? Reflect on whether adjustments need to be made to create healthier dynamics. Whether it's about a breakup, a business deal, or a new partnership, avoid making hasty moves. Retrogrades favor reflection over action. Take this time to reassess your connections, Capricorn, and trust that the work you put into balancing your relationships now will set the stage for stronger bonds moving forward. Before we continue with this astrological forecast, feel free to leave a comment. Tell me how are you doing, how the energies have been flowing during this time. It's really important to read your feedback, and it's a great way to support this channel. On January 11th, the North Node will move into Pisces. First, we're going to talk about what it means for the collective. The lunar nodes aren't actual planets or stars. They're like imaginary points in the sky where the moon's orbit crosses the sun's path, the ecliptic. They're always moving backward through the zodiac and hang out in each sign for about 18 months. There are two of them, the North Node and the South Node, and they're always directly opposite each other. Think of the North Node as your compass, pointing toward where you're growing and evolving. On the South Node, it's all about your past, where you've been, and the stuff you're learning to let go of. When the North Node moves into Pisces on January 11th and remains there until July 26, 2026, its energy will shift the collective focus toward Piscean themes, spirituality, compassion, creativity, and emotional transcendence. Let's break this down astrologically and explore its potential global meaning. The North Node in Pisces encourages humanity to explore spiritual practices, intuitive development, in connection with the divine. Globally, there may be a surge in interest in mysticism, meditation, and other transcendental practices. People may look beyond materialistic pursuits, seeking emotional and spiritual fulfillment. There could be a rise in spiritual leaders or movements encouraging humanity to focus on love, compassion, and interconnectedness. Collective rituals, ceremonies, and global meditative events could gain popularity. The Pisces-Virgo axis often triggers healing crises before growth. Public health systems, environmental preservation, and mental health could become focal points for reform. This transit could even trigger global-scale diseases, especially because Virgo represents health and the South Node will be hanging there. While the North Node's energy points to growth, its opposite point, the South Node, will simultaneously be in Virgo. This creates a tension between the desire for the spiritual transcendence, Pisces, and over-reliance on practicality or control, Virgo. Some challenges may include an increase in avoidance behaviors as people struggle to cope with the pressure of global issues. Pisces' water influence might highlight concerns over rising sea levels, water pollution, and natural disasters. involving water. Unfortunately, the next year and a half also has a lot of potential for flooding and other water-related catastrophes. Confusion or blurred lines in global relationships could arise, such as disputes over resources or refugees. The North Node transit through Pisces invites us to surrender control, embrace the unknown, and learn how to flow with life rather than resist it. Balance practicality and spirituality. Avoid the extremes of escapism or overattachment to order, and find harmony between soul and structure. On a more personal level, when the North Node enters Pisces on January 11, 2025 and transits your third house, Capricorn, the focus shifts toward communication, learning, connection, and creative expression. This transit is about embracing more intuitive, compassionate, and spiritually attuned ways of thinking and interacting with your immediate environment. The North Node in your third house encourages you to move away from rigid, over-analytical communication patterns and instead embrace creativity, imagination, and heartfelt connections with your community, siblings, and peers. You may feel called to explore subjects that inspire your imagination, such as spirituality, art, poetry, or mysticism. This is a time to balance practical knowledge with more esoteric or imaginative pursuits. Your relationship with siblings, cousins, neighbors, in your local community may take on a deeper, more spiritual tone. Collaborative creative projects or compassionate conversations could strengthen these bonds. This transit asks you to release the need to consume excessive information or adhere to rigid thought patterns. Instead, focus on quality over quantity and listen to your inner wisdom. Manifestation tips for North Node in Pisces. Sign up for workshops or classes in creative writing, painting, or any artistic pursuit that aligns with your soul. This will help you tap into your imaginative side. Strengthen relationships within your immediate environment. Join local spiritual or creative groups to build connections that inspire and nurture your spirit. Keep a journal by your bedside and record dreams or sudden insights. This could offer valuable guidance for your personal growth. How to align with this transit? Pisces in the third house invites you to see the magic in the mundane. Take time to appreciate the beauty of your local surroundings and simple daily moments. If you have siblings or close neighbors, this is a great time to deepen those connections by offering understanding and support. Be open to synchronicities and serendipitous moments in your interactions and learning experiences. They may point you toward new opportunities. This transit is your chance to connect deeply, communicate intuitively, and create beautifully. Let your imagination and inner compass guide you through this enchanting journey, Capricorn. If you like my content, please consider making a donation. Your donations help me to keep posting horoscopes and readings more often. It would also allow me to have more time for bringing new ideas and improving the quality of the content. I really appreciate your generosity. The link is in the description down below. When the South Node enters Virgo on January 11 and remains there until July 26, 2026, its influence will highlight the karmic lessons and patterns humanity needs to release, especially those tied to Virgo's themes of perfectionism, control, service, and practicality. This placement emphasizes moving away from excessive reliance on logic, micromanagement, and rigid structures, while integrating the soulful, intuitive, and empathetic qualities of Pisces, the North Node. Let's explore the global implications of this transit. Virgo's shadow side includes a tendency toward hypercriticism, obsession with details, and striving for impossible standards. Globally, this transit suggests a need to let go of rigid systems, overly bureaucratic processes, and perfection-driven mindsets. This could lead to reevaluating work cultures, healthcare systems, and education that prioritize productivity over well-being. Virgo is the sign of service, but its shadow is overwork and martyrdom. The South Node here may push society to address burnout, especially in service-oriented industries like healthcare, education, and public service. There may be collective discussions about the unsustainable demands placed on workers and the need to value rest and self-care. Focus could shift away from over-medicalization or quick-fix solutions and move toward holistic and preventative approaches, aligning with Pisces' themes of healing and unity. There may be a collective realization that constant productivity isn't sustainable. Remote work, flexible schedules, and alternative economic models may gain traction as people prioritize quality of life over rigid routines. Virgo rules systems of service, so governments and institutions may come under scrutiny for being overly bureaucratic or inefficient. Simplification and more intuitive, compassionate solutions may emerge. Virgo's tendency to overcomplicate might be counterbalanced by Pisces' call for simplicity and flow. Overly detailed systems in governance, finance, or trade could face restructuring, paving the way for more fluid and inclusive alternatives. This transit will challenge humanity to balance the need for practical systems, Virgo, with the need for a spiritual flow and emotional connection, Pisces. The South Node in Virgo is about releasing the shadow of over-perfection and remembering that life is inherently messy, interconnected, and beautifully imperfect. On a more personal level, when the South Node enters Virgo on January 11, 2025 and transits your 9th house, Capricorn, the universe is inviting you to release outdated or limiting beliefs around higher education, philosophy, long-distance travel, and worldview. The South Node represents qualities that are ingrained but no longer serve your soul's growth. In Virgo, it reflects tendencies toward perfectionism, overanalysis, and an overly structured approach to knowledge. This transit encourages you to let go of rigid ideas, expectations, and practices that no longer align with your higher self's evolution. The Virgo South Node nudges you to move away from the need for everything to be practical, structured, and perfect. Ask yourself, have I clung too tightly to specific rules, ideologies, or ways of learning that are no longer enriching my growth? The South Node here highlights any limiting beliefs you've held about the world, travel, or education that have kept you from experiencing a more expansive and holistic view of life. Releasing tips for South Node and Virgo. Whether it is religious, cultural, or philosophical, the South Node and Virgo encourages you to let go of any dogmatic beliefs that are constricting your growth. Challenge the belief systems that have kept you in a mental box, and explore more fluid, adaptable perspectives that allow for growth and change. Let go of the idea that your spiritual journey, travels, or educational pursuits need to fit a specific flawless mold. Sometimes the most profound wisdom comes from imperfect, unexpected experiences. If you've been overly attached to a certain type of knowledge or you've been avoiding expanding your mind, this is the time to break free from all educational structures and explore more open-minded or spiritual forms of learning. This transit asks you to trust the flow, embrace imperfection, and allow yourself to see the world through new eyes. Let go of the need to control everything, Capricorn, and open yourself to experiences that are meaningful, unexpected, and life-changing. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you liked this video. If that's the case, please like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell icon and activate all notifications so you don't miss anything. Also check your rising sign, because when combined with your sun sign, it can help you understand better how all of these aspects are gonna play out in your personal life. Alright Capricorn, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.